We're very concerned, Phil. We have a precedent from the trade war we went through about 7 years ago.
So these tariffs have just kicked in and farmers are panicking. We're talking every single state within our country because of these tariffs on China. China's tariffs have raised all the way up to 104% for all imports from China and exports. China even raised theirs to 84% on exports. It's crazy. And now all the farmers are in an uproar. Even the farmers who supported Trump, the MAGA farmers, they are the ones who are going through it the most. And it's scary to see because now farmers don't really know what to expect in the future. They're not getting any support. On top of that, their profits are plummeting because of all these tariffs, and now they're not getting any extra funding. It's all just falling apart. And at the end of the day, they are still supporting Trump. It's gonna blow your mind. Check this video out. This is crazy.
I just feel like he's being very heavy-handed, a little bit sloppy maybe with how some of these things are put into place without a lot of thought and detail. I think the government definitely needed to be pared back. Like obviously our government spending is way out of control, but I don't think where he's focusing his time and energy is really going to move the needle any as far as deficit reduction.
So the interesting thing, Errol, is that people are expressing to me concern about these tariffs, but people who supported President Trump in the last election, and many of them are farmers, still say that they are optimistic, that they still support the president, even if they don't support these tariffs.
No, like seriously, you actually cannot make this up because like literally so many people are still supporting him. And there's so many videos and I can show you time and time again. They're all going through the same issues. And now they're like, oh, trust the president, trust the president. And some of them actually starting to regret their votes because they're going out of business now and losing their farms. The soybean market for farmers are plummeting. Like you can only sell a certain amount of soybeans within America. So now we're talking about exports to other countries. Yeah, you got the tariffs lifted in a lot of countries and there's still a 10% tariff, but you're talking about China, who is almost a quarter or even a little bit over a quarter of all the profits on soybeans. So they're basically out of the deal. And hey, you know what? It's very unfortunate because so many people voted for this. And now we're here and now we just you gotta deal with it.
Well, we export the crops we grow here. And we also have a greenhouse business, and I import from China and from Canada inputs in my greenhouse business. So I'm getting hit from both sides. I think my guess is I'm $100,000 down since the announcement of the tariffs.
100,000. Well, they just announced. Oh, since when exactly? Since yesterday?
Well, since they announced the tariffs on Canada and Mexico.
Oh, okay.
Because Canada and Mexico are two of our three biggest export customers. We've seen the price of corn and soybeans drop ever since we started talking about tariffs in February. And it's been a real solid hit.
No, it hurts. That is a solid hit. There's another farmer named Tom Barcelos, who explained kind of the process economically of how it works for him and said the following. Watch or listen.
We're probably talking about 2 to 3% of our total cost each month on the amount that's going to change. If equipment prices go up, well, we may wait a little bit longer before we buy another piece of equipment until that settles out. I've been in business for almost 50 years, and this is the way it goes.
This is the way it goes. Blake, what would you say? I mean, there are a lot of debate now about whether there should just be another kind of bailout or whether that's what they're going to do like Trump did the last time, some sort of help.
No, there's not going to be a bailout. Hopefully, they support the farmers, but no. And he lost $100,000 from all this going on within the country. That is crazy. And I bet he still supports Trump. It blows my mind how much people are truly standing behind it. And check this video out. I'm going to throw it right here.
This is Charles Schwab. It's not just a company, it's actually an individual. And he made $2.5 billion today, and he made $900 million. That's not bad, because he's in financials. I've always been fine.
And there's literally a video of Trump bringing people to the White House, billionaires, people who made a lot of money, who he is embracing how much money they made when he crashed the stock market a couple of days ago. It's crazy to think that the country is where it is right now. You've even got J.D. Vance out here calling China peasants.
We borrow money from Chinese peasants to buy the things those Chinese peasants manufacture.
Like, where are we at as a country? And honestly, I don't even know what is the bottom. Like, what truly is the bottom? And I think every single day, I know I said this last video, but eventually we're gonna get to a point to where we're not gonna have farmers. Like, honestly, if it continues at this rate, because China, like, because if farmers aren't profitable and if they're not able to truly make a lot of money or truly stay above water, we're gonna turn to factories. We're gonna have factories out here that is just gonna be supplying. I know we already got McDonald's, who's a fake food supply company, or grow our own food because the farmers are out of business. So what are we going to eat? Like, I don't know. Let me know in the comment section below. Am I reaching? I know there's already a lot of factory foods out there as it is, but in terms of your vegetables and all the other greens and organic foods, they're gonna be gone pretty soon, especially if the farmers can't truly recover. So
cost and labor and marketing and signing the best contract and doing the best job that I can, and leave the other 85% up to the good Lord. And that's all we can do, whether it's weather or disease or a hailstorm or a pandemic or an administration, and we just weather the storm.
It's kind of a wait and see game. I mean, I think the main thing is not to overreact and get too nervous. I mean, stay the course. That's what's helped us, you know, all of these generations of farmers staying the course and doing what we do best and being efficient, not spending money when we don't need to spend money, and just keeping our you know, ears open and eyes open and being able to pivot when we can.
Here with me now is Alex Wagner, MSNBC senior political analyst and host of the Trumpland podcast.
The assistance that the president put in place after the last tariff increase basically erased the financial gains from that tariff increase, which I think left a lot of people scratching their heads like, well, why are we doing this to begin with? Do you feel the same way?
I feel like in the last trade war, we kind of went through the short-term pain, and I'm wondering where the gain was, maybe. We kind of came out of it in a little bit of turmoil.
I think some people have not forgotten that, and they're saying, well, you know what? The people that voted to put this president in office, this is your guy. And if this is your guy, you got to roll with the policies he enacts. And, like, why should the rest of the country that didn't vote for him be bailing out farmers?
That's right. And they're also, those same people oftentimes demand that farmers address climate change and farmers adapt different technologies. And we have responded in spades with soil health initiatives, cover crops, using less inputs to produce more on less land with less water and higher labor costs. But those same people that make those demands are not willing to pay the cost for the American products in the store. They will buy the cheaper imported products that have much lower, their daily wage rate are less than what we have to pay an hour for our H-2A workers that are coming in. And the disparity when you're having somebody tell you how to do what you do best for a living and then not be willing to pay for the demands that they're making is laughable. We're fighting with one hand tied behind our backs because we're having to meet the regulations that are imposed to produce the quality food and address all of these other social issues we may or may not be responsible for. But at the same time, we're not seeing a return in the marketplace because American products are too expensive. And that's the tragedy of the American farmer is we produce the best and we meet the demands and we step up to the plate. But the consumer, when they go to the store, they're looking for the best deal and the best value.
now imagine all of these points that they're all in this group said and talking about, and somebody within that group actually voted for Trump. Like, and you know what? I don't think that's the truth, but hey, what if that is the case of one of these people in that circle? They're all talking about their complaints and the problems that they're having. And one of them even said that, oh, if you voted for this, this is what you got to deal with. And they all, nobody said anything. So I don't know. Listen, at the end of the day, it's very unfortunate what the farmers are going through. And, you know, I want to say FAFO, but at the same time, like, this is our country, you know, like, we literally don't know where we're headed. And I got a whole video coming on this, guys. It's going to blow your mind, but like, literally, we're headed to dark times. Like, I know the stock market is green today, and I know everything sounds peachy and cream because, oh, everything recovered. But if Trump truly decides to put those tariffs on China and keep them there for as long as however long, it's going to be dark times. Like, no, like, seriously dark times. And I'll break this down in another video eventually. If you enjoy great content like this, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you next video. All right, stay tuned. We out. Thank you guys for 50K too. We on the way to 100 real soon. I'll see you on the next video. Let's go.